Hey, Creighton. Am I fixed? How do I look? Well, we've done all that we can, Your Highness. Getting used to your new body might take some getting used to, what with the circuitry and the skeletonium coating. But after a while, you feel like you never got blown up to begin with. Yes, that is most excellent news. Oh, well, let me rework your vocal box real quick. Nurse! There, perfect. Now don't do anything rash for the time being, at least until you're fully healed. By the way, the master called you before the operation, didn't he? What does he want?
The
PRESCHOOL GUY!
Hey, you cut me off, random intro thing! I was about to announce my target! Oop, sorry. Good. Anyways, the master has called me to... Oh, well, you know, that just sucks! I was just about to do my signature medical doctor when it's performance, and you ruined it up with my devices! And you know what? All is overrated! I want to see something different, like Mumford and Son! That's totally ran! And to get old anytime soon! Oh, something like the intro and about the random... Oh, now, yeah, I'll just go. I'll be back in a few minutes later.
My name is PRESCHOOL GUY, but you may call me the Preschool Guy. In reality, I'm in my 20s, but at heart, I can't think of an intro. You know something, peeps in my hole? If I wasn't really focused on the whole children's programming on the other side of the pond thing, I could see myself as a movie reviewer, giving out more intelligent opinions on great movies or bad movies, so that way I can share opinions and bring experience and inspiration to other reviewers out there. But nope, I've just chosen me tank engines. Seriously guys, no more Thomas related stuff. But if there was a certain special to a certain TV program to a certain character that's related to certain types of animals, then, you know, wait, Actually, I don't have the rights to the Winnie the Pooh TV series, so Paddington Bear it is then.
Paddington, you always were a quaint little chap, weren't you? And I do mean that as well. Take this guy here as the British equivalent to Winnie the Pooh. At least according to Disney. I mean, think about it. Both are naive yet cheerful, they never get angry at anyone, everybody loves them, and they have a fetish for certain sticky substances. Hentai fuel! So it makes sense as we draw into the holiday season, where we get more movies that seem awesome at first but we instantly forget after the new year, that we take a viewing of his first TV special, Paddington Goes to the Movies.
Yes, you remember that one, with the one that basically rips off that scene from Singing in the Rain, but apparently everyone loves it anyway? Well, I'm gonna see if there's anything else that we can dig out of this little gem, so let's get right on to Paddington Goes to the Movies. Well, seems I can't use the rights for that certain special unless I was to pay $1.99 to YouTube. Well, okay, there's other TV specials that Paddington has done. What about the one where he goes to school? Yeah, there must be certain copies of that I can get for free. There's the other one. Yeah, where he has that birthday bonanza. Yeah, Paddington's birthday bonanza. Surely I could do... You know what? I'm not even going to touch that one. It is how the young people say, most unorthodox, blah, 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 blah. And I know I can't talk about the 90s adaptation where it was done in Canada because I never really grew up with it. Sorry. But you know, if there was some kind of miracle that there is some other adaptation that I'm not aware of, say if it was made by someone as hypocritical as the Americans, if they did something like that to Paddington, then maybe I would consider... Oh, my app's going off. A new recommendation. Huh. Paddington Bear, Secretary 1989. Well, it could be interesting, I suppose. Let me turn it up. Yeah, let's have a look at this. Oh. No, it can't be. No, literally, from the very first shot of this thing, I know who got their grubby little hands on this series. I don't even need to say. Just look for yourself. I feel dead inside.
Well, that's nothing new.
But in either case, the Americans can't do Paddington Bear. It's just no. It's like if you're wanting to remake Zulu for the Americans, you just can't do that. That's just no. Paddington and Zulu. That's a combination I never would have uttered today. You know. Maybe I'm overreacting by this, I'm just looking at the title screen, for goodness sakes. Maybe Paddington, by American standards, will sound all cute and cuddly and innocent as before. Right?
This family certainly has a lot of laundry.
Not again! Well, that's it. I lost faith before it was even reached to me. That's the religious politicians for you.
I mean, what? I thought he had a mild-mannered yet innocent voice in the original cartoons. Heck, even the books had him made that way. Why did it sound like Cal got acting lessons from Starscream, who in turn was financed by freaking Snivelly?
And you know what? If no one is going to help me tackle this unnecessariness, then I'm just going to give up on this and go tackle Bagpuss. Not all of the Postgate is so overrated. Yeah. It's you. I can't believe it. After all these years. Little Cecily? Oh, for goodness sakes, I'm alive. Johnny Chalk? Postman Pat? Buzz. Oh, come on! I even blew up your house at one time, so give me some fresh food for that. Oh, for some reason, I feel a few seconds older. You miserable son of a son! Do you realize what I have to been through after all these years? Actually, it's kind of like 10 months maybe, but you get the idea. I traveled 50 miles across the south just to find this place, and ruddy erasers, this cult fascist group, comes and try to kill me. Erasers, you say? That's a funny coincidence, since I have a connection to them as well. Perhaps the team-up is in order. That way, we'll be able to get through the thing, whatever you're riffing. Hey, look man, I appreciate the help, but this is something that I even can't tackle. What makes you think you can take on this American adaptation that the Americans have decided to call Paddington Bear? Say, little boy, I'm not a balloon. I can take whatever life throws at me. What?
This family certainly has a lot of laundry.
Son of a Brian! There, you see? Even you think it's derpy and stupid. So why should I waste my hard-earned time and concentration on something as pitiful as this? I'm not. Especially from it's the same people that tackled Scruffy. Made it. Scarred me. Made me want to kill myself. But failed. So you can just take whatever replaced your cowboy hat. That kind of looks creepy and unnecessary, by the way. And you can just shove it right up your rectum unless you give me a good reason not to do so.
This was actually done by Hanna-Barbera.
Well, that's won me over. So, let's tackle the Hanna-Barbera version of Paddington Bear.
Yay!
So the episode we get for our torture session is entitled Curtain Call for Paddington. Fitting title as most classic Hanna-Barbera cartoons don't last more than 17 episodes. We have our usual cast of characters you'd expect. Paddington, Mr. and Mrs. Brown, Judy and Jonathan, and whoever this twat is, as they all prepare to go to the theatre that night. Gee, I wonder if Paddington is required to do a simple job while they're away for the day, thus relating to hijinks of my hemorrhoids.
Do you know how to do laundry?
Oh, yes.
Good, then you can wash this tablecloth as well.
Laundry! Is today's magic word.
But I think I've got it all.
Gee, this music is doing nothing for me. Let me fix that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with that one, Mr. Wood. When I mentioned about classic Hanna-Barbera shows, I meant in the 60s and 70s. Those were at least more tolerable back then. But in the 80s, they went for a more different approach to their already cheap productions. The animation wasn't up the walls compared to, say, Wacky Races or even the original Scooby-Doo series. But with this choice of music, using innocent types of instruments along with that annoying techno drum beat, that really has done nothing for me. You know, I would tolerate it more if it wasn't used every single time. Someone! Give me a Molly vodka!
I'm sorry, I just don't have enough cocoa for all of you.
Wait, I just realised. Is Paddington wearing a red hat? Like he's supposed to? You think some people want to get sued by Michael Bond? So he arrives at the laundrette where he gets help from the owner, who I swear to God sounds like every Tress MacNeille voice possible.
You're doing it for the whole neighborhood?
No, just the Browns.
Must be a whole lot of them. A pretty dirty lot, too, from the looks of this.
I'm the cute one-assistant dance, and I'm here to make trouble to you snot-dribbling bastards. Why, I ought to smack you right out down the graving town. Oh, I am so sorry. I don't know where that came from. But Sam, please, play me that song one last time.
You do know what to do, don't you?
Oh, yes.
My mummy says you should never mix lights and darks or the colours will run.
My mummy also says never talk like a little twat to strangers. But clothed bears? That's a whole new agreement!
Things are happening faster than I thought they would.
And as you'd expect, Paddington messes up in the simplest task that even a dead brain can figure out. Isn't that funny? Well, guess what? It isn't. There must be a billion questions that could be answered about Paddington's intelligence, going from goofily innocent to insultingly retarded, but...
How do you open a locked laundry door while still in motion?
Now no one will have anything to wear to the theatre.
No, don't worry. It wouldn't do to have a dissatisfied customer in a laundrette.
I just love how helpful the owner is in helping Paddington with the mess, and not getting mad. Lady must have gone through some crazy stuff in her life.
It's a pleasure to help such a polite bear.
You know, that's nothing compared to losing my mother to cancer right after she gave birth to me, then spending the first 10 years of my life in the workhouse, then going from country to country to country to London, where I grew up with a peddler, a pedophile, a prostitute, a murderer, then working my way up to a rich old man which I had lived with for the rest of my life.
Consider yourself at home. Consider yourself one of the family. We take it to you, says Young. It's clear we're going to get on.
Then, quite sporadically, Paddington is arrested for stealing the clothes he was going to wash, so the policemen bring him back home only for him to be let off the hook, while this whole first half had nothing to do with what I wanted to watch and talk about whatsoever.
No? This is a complete disgrace to my old show and everything that it stood for! Oh, you mean the show that you've adapted from somebody else? My point being that I can be more subtle with puppets and still cut animations that look like a Womble creator has done and since then make it look like a prototype version of the Womble. Then how come people like this? What does this have to do with being resistant? What? This doesn't make any sense! I don't get it! Why is it? What? How? Why? I don't... Error. Oh yes, that is so much better. I think I needed that. There's something I haven't told you, little sir of a child. You see, the makers of this particular cartoon were once the racers themselves. Being proud of trying to ruin 2D animation itself, they separated from that group, so that way they could control the world with their own doings. The ironic thing is that they're more powerful than those erasers put together. So, William Hanna and Joseph Barbera were erasers at some point? Yes. And you're telling me this... why? Well, with all these copies going around, especially this low-quality type, has made their codes even stronger. But seeing you rip this apart with no problems whatsoever, at least now, I feel like I can trust you to do something for me. Would this certain something be, degrading this cartoon to the lowest level, thereby it goes into a deep depression, which will give us the ultimate and unique chance to tackle it, rape it, and then disgrace it to the bottom of hell where it once came, therefore making our lives complete? Man, you're real natural with this! Oh, well, you know, I don't want to brag, I mean, I do it in my sleep. Oh Lord! Oh no, that's not me. Oh. You know, Pee-wee's cool guy. In another place, in another time, I feel that we could have been friends. Yes, friends we could have been. You know what will make this fine moment complete? What's that? If a certain British actor / voice artist were to appear in this and give us the most memorable thing we've ever seen in our natural lives.
Oh, hello, Mr. Curry.
I just wanted to thank you. These jerseys never did fit. They were always too big. I don't know what you did, but thank you.
Unfortunately, Mr. Frankenfurter is only in this short scene for this episode.
Boom! Boom! Go back to voicing Captain Hook, you freeloader!
Also, it's fair to mention that while the first half was pointless, this next part is adapted from a story from the original books, and, surprisingly enough, has been given the same treatment from the other cartoon versions as well. So I guess this version is let off the hook, right?
You owe me 10 shillings. 5 programs, 2 shillings each. But 10 shillings?
Please, all this fuss for 5 pieces of paper that technically cost 50p altogether? Save it for 20 years later, Buster, when small-sized t-shirts will cost 40 quid.
Father?
What happened to the prompt boy?
Sick.
What's my line?
You call that love?
Right. You call that love? You don't know the meaning of the word.
I don't know if this is intentional on the producer's part, or if this guy really sucks eggs. I mean, seriously, Calculon from Futurama is more subtle than this!
Please, Father?
No daughter of mine will ever marry such a man. So you are no longer my daughter. No! Are you enjoying it, Paddington?
It's very interesting.
Where are you going?
Oh, just for a little walk.
But of course, Paddington, being all mentally ill and stuff, thinks the play was real and goes off to tell the Shatner wannabe off. Seeley Bloom, the Seeley Bloom, greatest overactor of all time and possible ancestor to Orlando Bloom? Word of advice, guy, wear a condom.
I wouldn't want your autograph even if I had my autograph book. And I haven't even got my autograph book. So, there.
But everybody wants my autograph.
Ah! A bear! It's a bear! It's Kuma!
Stay back, bear! You are a bear, aren't you?
Well, I don't know. That is a table, isn't it? That's a clock. That's a TV. That's a flamboyant madman. It could be Hong Kong's ruin. No one remembers you. Yeah!
I've come to rescue you.
Rescue me? From what?
From him.
From Cecily? Whatever for?
From throwing you out of your house.
I don't know if that laugh can be repeated again. Either way, it frightens me.
I'm glad you think it's funny.
But they explained to Paddington that they were playing characters this whole time. No! And as Sir Seeley Orlando Bloom puts it,
Of course not. I was acting.
What would you expect from a stage company with a name like Wasso Productions? You're tearing me apart, Sarah!
so, what does Paddington get for helping out the acting community by complimenting their acting abilities? Be a coach to Sir Ian McTwat, of course. See, Mother always said you can make it into the theatre, even if it's against your own will.
I'm stuck.
Honestly, Soap Studs and Bad Actors would have been a more accurate title.
So remember, boys and girls, getting lost in the London Underground, getting in constant trouble with your neighbour, and causing some sort of havoc in the theatre? Those all run by in the other side of the pond. But I must warn you. Pee-weezy cool guy, you're a real monster! So you want to go to the bar after this? Sure, after this last thing. I'm the preschool guy, and I'm just glad that we've sent this back to the garbage disposing facility that whence it came. Maybe now, the world can rest in peace, knowing that one group of erasers is no longer in this world, as I have grasped it at the spectrum of the Winseric. Don't
Jesus Christ, dude, don't kill me! What's wrong with you?
Oh, don't be silly, best buddy. I'm not gonna kill you. I mean, it's not like you're Huh? You're an eraser, aren't you? You've been telling fibs this whole time so that you can distract me. You're not really my best friend, are you? Error. How dare you bring lies into my not house, you filthy piece of scum, and trialing upon all this confuddlery just to get into my psyche. And after all this time, I thought that you changed. I have changed, I have! On the inside? I'm winking, darling. Get out of my non-house! No, please, think of the good times that we shared together. All the happiness and joy that this horrible cartoon gave to us. A drink of water. Didn't that mean anything to you? Actually, there were boogers in there. Yeah, I put that in beforehand because I knew you were coming, and I saved that drink just for you. Yeah. You're not very good at telling lies, are you? I am good at kicking your ass if you don't beat it! Go on, get out of here! Get out of my sight, you racist scum! And I'm not gonna miss you, you know! I am not gonna fuss about that! I am not gonna miss you when you leave, when you die, and when you get out of anyone's psyche for good! And good riddance! There was no boogers in this thing at all. I couldn't bring myself to put even snot in there. How could I do that to my only friend? Now I know how the Toon Critic felt whenever he sent me away. How am I better than him when I just did that? How am I supposed to carry on knowing that he's out there being tortured inside? I'll never get over this. Never. Hey, what are you doing here? This is someone like you should not be. This is what I like to call most unorthodox. What are we doing? Now I see why she chose her. The racers shall live on forever. Yes! Kitty? But you killed poor, sweet, innocent Ivor. Oh, he was a robot this whole time.
Baseball,